Hey everybody, welcome back to the dojo. Let's get the camera going. It's doing its weird little thing today again. There we go. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's me here, Kevin the Ninja, at the Moto Dojo. Thursday, one more day before the weekend hits, and guess what? I'm off tomorrow, but it's also a rest day tomorrow. So today we're doing just a 10K because Saturday we're prepped for our half marathon. We're gaining momentum for our full marathon, which will be happening on June 27th, which is a Saturday here coming up soon. That'll give me time for healing my rib, resting up, and yeah, building up the energy to get that marathon. So yeah, we're going to be getting a 10K today, rest tomorrow, half marathon on Saturday. I think we're going to be just grinding, really. I feel like we're making progress, even though we only have one Tempest gun here. Our submachine gun class. We're gonna keep grinding today, so I hope you guys are working out. If you are, let's work out together. Jump in, let's get this. Hey Miss David, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Oh, Slums is a good map. Let's try that one. Slums is a fan favorite, returning from Black Ops 4. Yeah, yesterday I got in touch with another streamer my brother introduced me to. His name is Sensei Tenacity, and this guy's a mad lad. He has a VR channel, and he does, I don't know what it's actually called, it's a running platform, and he has the best workout in my opinion. Mine's pretty cool. I think mine's kind of amateur, running on a treadmill and gaming. This guy is amazing. He does, I think the game is called, oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the game. What is the game? I'll think about it. It's a VR game, but essentially he has collie sticks, and he's running on one of those pads that is basically your momentum. It's not really a mechanical thing that is driving him, he's driving it. And it inspired me. I thought that is exactly what I wanted to see. Other fitness gamers out there that are doing a stream similar to what I'm doing. But yeah, this guy, amazing, amazing. He's got great energy, he's got a lot of followers. And I thought, man, that guy is what the community needs. So, hats off to him, Sensei Tenacity. If you haven't checked him out, go ahead and check him out because that guy is just amazing. So yeah, it definitely inspired me to keep grinding as far as I'm concerned. It also made me think maybe I could do other games and not just Black Ops or Call of Duty in general. So yeah, hats off to him. I can't think of the name he was playing, or the game he was playing. What was that name of that game? I'll think about it. It's a very popular one that we've all heard of, but I've never played it, is a VR game, and I'm kind of interested in getting into the VR space because of my HUD that I built. My brother told me, hey, you should build a VR HUD overlay because, yeah, that would be helpful. He does VR games, my brother. I played a couple of VR games, kind of make me dizzy, but it's been like years since I played, and the software I've heard has only gotten better for those years. And so it used to be like this full-on headset that you would wear, and the Sensei Tenacity is his name. He had like these pair of glasses, and I'm like, that's cool. They're just these glasses that you're using. So lightweight, so much simpler, low profile. And so my brother told me, hey, you need to build a HUD for VR games. And I thought, yeah, that's my next project. So when I get some downtime here in a couple of weekends, I'll try that. Because my brother plays a lot of workout games too on VR, and I feel like that's a bigger market. For me, on PlayStation, streaming, it's one avenue where people are going to be definitely getting use out of it. But I think the VR space is bigger just simply because of the nature of VR games in general. Here you're moving around, you're flailing your arms, you're doing... I felt like, yeah, I could probably do that one day. Man, I am not doing too good this morning. Still first match. Trying to get the first match jitters out of the way. But yeah, still working on those Tempests. Oh yeah, I got really busy yesterday, Miss David. I added you, but I didn't message you or anything because, yeah, I had to work late, and then I had to go to the store and run some errands. And so yeah, it was a late night for me. Yeah. Definitely the HUDs that we were talking about will be gaming or gearing towards, yeah, heart rate, steps, mileage, calories burned, mile progression, even a goal around certain mileage. And I think that would be like what most people are gonna want. I was also thinking, because Sensei Tenacity does a lot with his hands, I was thinking strikes, and how I could implement that, because it's all watch based. Whatever we have on our wrists can control a lot and gain a lot of our health vitals. I'm an Apple developer, so I know that iOS at least has a lot of built-in stuff from Health Kit, they call it, and it grabs a lot of biometrics and data already, like right out of the box. And so I felt like, yeah, if I can latch onto that into the HUD sphere, then yeah, it'd be easy for me to build that. So yeah, that's my next project. Miss David is gonna be hitting that up. So yeah, I'll message you and maybe we can get some ideas together. But yeah, that's one of the ideas I had. I'm gonna be deploying this app, this HUD, to the App Store this month. I just have a couple of bugs to work out, and then I'll make it available so that, yeah, anybody can download this app, set their workout, customize it a little bit, and change the theme. Like mine has like a ninja theme to it. They could be pirates, they could be Spartans, they could be whatever they want. I have like 6 different templates. Oh, look at that flip. And so I think that might be something cool for people to do, to change the theme. Because I know not everyone is a ninja, but they might want to be pirates or Spartans or knights. I even have, what are the other ones? I also have, I could just go back. Yeah, cyborgs I put there, and Vikings, that's right, Vikings. Or I might get Valkyries. Seems like in this game I'm always fighting Valkyries. That's why I call it Ninja versus Valkyries sometimes. Whew. I got blown up by that RC car. Awesome, thanks Miss David. Yeah, I'll hit you up. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Alright, let's see if we can get these 5 kills. It seems like we get close. and then no go. I have a score streak ready, but I don't want to use it quite yet because I want to get these kills out of the way. So I figure usually Saturdays we do zombie streams, and we're going to be doing our marathon later this month on Infinite Warfare Zombies. That's going to be our marathon because the timing of the maps and the completion that I timed myself fits in and around 5.5, 6 hours. So yeah, it'll be a 6-hour stream. Monster workout. And then, but this weekend, I think we're just going to continue grinding half marathon, grinding Tempest. Keep saying Arc like we're on Tempest now. We're on Tempest time zone. Here we go. Oh man, this is a good lobby. Man. Yeah, we're almost done. Let me see if I can just pop this score streak, get some crossbow kills. Oh man, got wasted. Oh, I still got my score streak. Let's see if we can get a couple kills with it, at least maybe one. Huh, got one, okay. Yeah, I never ran with the crossbow, or the actual firebow. It's hard. It's got a little delay in it. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got one kill with the score streak. Man, we're just one away from this razor getting the sucker. Tempest. I eat crayons. What a name. Boy. Don't do that, kids. It's overrated. Jaeger. Strider. Yeah, the Strider would be hard to get on our Strider 300. Oh no, that's the sniper rifle. I wish they would bring back snipers only. That'd be the way to go for snipers. Progression. Alright. What tempo are we at? We're picking up the pace. Yeah, I'm trying to time myself so that Saturday we can have a good half marathon. And I'm trying to get the full marathon done in 5 hours and 30 minutes. The one we did back in February, it was just over that. It was like 5 hours and 38 minutes or so. And then, yeah, we failed the one last month, end of April. We failed that by 5 miles. That was unfortunate. We'll get it. Just got to keep building up. And the biggest thing was I was low on electrolytes and probably energy reserves. I gotta eat more fat throughout the week so that my energy reserves are there. Oh, slums again. Fine. Let's go for it. It's a fun map. But yeah. One thing I realized about running marathons, I've been switching in between going into ketosis, going out of ketosis. In ketosis, you're burning fat as energy instead of glycogen reserves. Why is my goal changed? There we go. And it's hard going into ketosis because you have to, for at least a week, not eat any carbs, no rice, pasta, potatoes, no anything sugar, nothing. And you got to eat just a lot of fat and protein and fiber. So a lot of vegetables, a lot of protein, a lot of fat. And then the first 3 days are the hardest thing. And it reminds me, I heard a doctor say that sugar is actually a drug. And it's like, what are you talking about? Sugar's everywhere. And it's like, yeah, sugar's like the silent killer. And it's a drug only because it's addictive. It's highly addictive to the brain. In fact, if you were to look at the brain under a X-ray, or not X-ray, MRI, and you witness the consumption of sugar, you'll see certain pathways of the mind light up, and they're the same pathways as cocaine, believe it or not. And it makes sense because you stop eating sugar for a couple of days, and you start going through like flu-like symptoms, like really muscle soreness, fatigue, sweats, and you think you're going through a type of drug withdrawal. And yeah, so anyone that's gone into ketosis knows what I'm talking about. It's really gaining back parts of your mind from sugar, the drug. And it's not like the worst drug, but it's a silent drug. And I'll say it's silent drug because it plagues everybody. I mean, think about it. Candy, ice cream, sugar, anything that's sweet is very palatable. And we crave those things. We have these gut biome, micro-gut biome that triggers off of what we eat. And sugar gains those pathways in the mind. And so the mind recognizes it easy and early on that, hey, I like this. And so when you eat sugar, it's kind of like programming the brain, hey, I love this, this is great, this is exactly what I need, and it's good for me. And so the brain has two methods of burning fuel, and one of them is glucose and the other is ketones. And glucose is the primary way of burning for fuel, but it's not the preferred. It's primary because it's ever present, and it's so easy to eat sugar, and the mind recognizes that. But ketones is preferred because it's long-lasting, sustaining energy burn. Why? Because we all have fat reserves. We all have energy reserves. I mean, even me. Yeah, we got love handles. We got areas where we have energy reserves stored as fat. And so what ketones do is it switches our method of burning for energy from glucose to ketones. And so what it does is it uses those energy reserves. And that's how I was able to run my first two marathons. My first one last year in August, and my second one earlier this year in February. Because I was in ketosis, I didn't have to use those, what I'm calling those sugar packets, those sugar gel packets that a lot of marathon runners swear by. Because what you have to do is, like, every hour and a half or so is suck on one of those gel packets that are just 100% sugar, instantly giving the brain glucose. And that's how long distance runners are able to sustain their energy over 5, 6, 7 hours, whatever. But I dare say going into ketosis is so much better. Why? Because you don't have to continually feed the body sugar. As long as you're giving it electrolytes and water, the body knows, hey, I know where my energy reserves are. I can pull from those instead. And so when we use ketones for energy, I call it the marathon runner's way, or even ultra marathon. I know a couple of ultra marathon runners, one of them who is doing the keto diet, and one that isn't. And the one that doesn't has to carry a backpack full of sugar food. Like, yeah, he'll carry all those gel packets, or even quick carbs, sometimes even candy. Like, that's how you carry candy. I'm like, what the heck are you doing eating candy, dude? You're running 50 miles. Why are you eating candy? He's like, man, I burn that in minutes. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Because yeah, when you're running more than just, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16 miles, your body is like, okay, I ran through the energy from my last meal already. I need more. And you have to sustain that, otherwise, yeah, you'll crash and burn. Similar to what I did on last month or the other month, where we hit 21 miles and I was so lightheaded, I couldn't do anything. And it was my fault because I was poorly trained for it. I wasn't in ketosis, and yeah, I suffered. I didn't have any gel packets. And so this time around, I'm really debating. I have the gel packets, and I have the opportunity of going into ketosis before the marathon. So I figure maybe I'll go into ketosis, because I look back at my marathon stream in February when I was in ketosis, and I was kind of critiquing myself. I don't know, the best benefit you could do to critique yourself is to record yourself working out or even doing your hobbies or whatever, and you can critique yourself really heavily. It's really awkward, but it's really what I call the best self-criticism you can get. I used to do it in martial arts, especially at tournaments. I'd have my parents record me, and then afterwards I would watch it, because your coach can tell you so much, only so much. They can only tell you so much before you finally get it. But if you record yourself, you'll actually say, oh wow, I can see myself making these mistakes. I can see myself doing these things. And you are your best criticism. You are your best critic. And so I go back, I watch my marathon stream a little bit, and I saw myself and I'm like, I had all this energy. How did I do it? And then I remembered, oh yeah, I was eating only protein and fat and fiber during that stint. And so I'm really thinking actually the best way is going back into ketosis, because that way I don't have to suck on the honey gel packets, sugar packets, and I feel like I have more energy in ketosis. It's just those first 3 days. I call it the 3 days of darkness because your mind is recoiling in horror because it doesn't have its primary way of burning for fuel. It doesn't have the glucose, but it's not the preferred way. The brain's preferred way of energy burning comes from fat, comes from ketones. I guess there's a book called Born to Run. Never read it, even though people told me to read it. Instead, what I did was I watched a documentary on the very people. I'm a visual learner, and so I watched the documentary. It was actually my dad that introduced me to them. He says, hey, you're like the Tarahumara. I'm like, who are they? And this is just like earlier this year. I'm like, who's the Tarahumara? And he's like, oh yeah, they're like the Mexican Indians. My dad's Mexican, and so he could say stuff like that. And I'm like, he calls them the Mexican Indians, but they're actually the ancient Mexicans. They live in the mountains of Mexico. Elevation is, a little bit higher than the Rockies where I live in. And they are long distance runners. They run like marathons every day for fun. They're not finding food. They are kind of still in the gathering sense of the hunter and gatherers. But what they do is they run high mileage and on low impact shoes. Zero drop, basically sandals. And so I run on these 5-finger shoes, which are extreme. Most marathon runners that I know, they run with those big padded Nike heels, which I have to say aren't congruent towards long distance running in general. I'm getting older, turning 41 here next week, and I realized that I want to run for the rest of my life. Like, my ability to run is part of my mental health. It's Mental Health Month awareness for men. So shout out to all the men out there that are dealing with it. Work through it, find yourself a workout. But anyway, I figured, the best way of running is not having those padded heeled shoes, especially the ones with springs in them. I looked in before I did my first marathon last year at buying, legit marathon shoes. And so I said, well, these 5 fingers that I've been running on for 10 years, they're tough. Maybe I can make this marathon a little easy for me, right? It's 26 miles. I've never ran that long. And it was strange because I looked up these shoes. One, they're way more expensive. And two, they all have these metal springs in them. Like these metal bars or metal plates that are bent at a certain way. So when you step on them, when you depress them, they bounce back. So they're a spring. And I realized, that's cheating. Like, seriously, those are cheat shoes for weak feet. And I'm like, that's not what ninjas wear. Ninjas don't wear those padded heels with the nice springs to give you that balance. I'm like, my legs are the springs. My calves and knees and thighs are the springs. So I will dog on anybody that says, oh yeah, these are the only shoes to run on. Not if you need to. Like if you have, like say you have bad arches, or what's that? There's that condition, plantar fasciitis, I think it's called. And that's something to do with your, oh my gosh, 3 guys light me up. It's a pain that you'll experience if you don't wear the certain shoes for your soles. And so if you have that, I'm not talking to you. You go on and wear whatever shoe is necessary. But the guys with regular feet, like me, you don't need those padded spring shoes. They're just gonna make you weaker. So that's one thing I'll say. Get into a good shoe that is not compromising your lower back and your knees. Alright, so let's talk anatomical proper positioning while running. So with me, straight up and down, I'm slightly leaning forward when I'm running, and that's helping me engage my body in a way that I'm landing my strike on my feet, on the balls of my feet. So the balls of my feet are what are giving me the pull. When I strike the ground, I'm actually pulling the ground too. Think of it as you're landing. If I land on the heel of my foot, my position is locked. My knees and my hips are kind of locked. And that strengthens your legs in a way that you are injuring yourself with each step. Little micro vibrations that land when you hit with your heel, they land on your knee and they ultimately end in your lower back. So a lot of runners, when they get older, start having knee and back pain. And you think, why is that? Like, you're a strong guy, your bones are strong, and they get stronger with every run. The thing is, you're hurting yourself or injuring yourself, micro vibrations, every step wearing those heel padded shoes, because your alignment, your anatomical alignment is off. And I say that only because I've been running on these 0 drop, 5-finger, no heel shoes for 10 years, and they've changed the way I think about running. When I was younger, man, when I was like in my 20s, I used to run 3, 4, 5 miles, and it would hurt. I would have to take a day off. Like, I would have to rest the next day just on a simple, 5K. I guess 5Ks may not be simple to some people. But yeah, 3 miles, I would have to rest the next day because I was like, oh man, my back. And this is when I was younger, supposedly in better shape, right? Better shape when you're younger. But it was because of the shoes I was wearing. I was wearing those heels from Nike that everyone says these are running shoes. Running shoes, yeah, you gotta have a long stride, and there it is, finally. Tempest. Tempest on this baby. Okay, let's switch it up. We're gonna change guns. We're gonna change it. Let's get some score streak kills here. Let's get some fire kills. So what I did was, one, that triathlete friend of mine, Mr. Ex-Navy guy, was in the Navy for almost 2 decades. He, ultra-marathon runner, he told me, Kevin, you're running wrong. You're running on the wrong shoes. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I bought these from, the running store in my neighborhood, the running club. And he says, yeah, but these padded shoes are injuring you with every step. And it didn't make sense to me. I was a young kid, in my 20s, young, and I didn't know a whole lot about running. I just knew that you had to run fast and far and all this. Let's go to the RK9, see what that's all about. And so he said, try these shoes out. And finally I bought them. And I said, well, before I bought them, I did research. And I said, yo, everyone's dogging on these shoes. Everyone's saying that these shoes are injuring them. Like, I don't think they're good. He's like, they're running wrong. And I'm like, how do you run right? He says, you gotta change your approach. You gotta change where you're landing, where you're striking on, to be the ball of the foot instead of the heel. And so I didn't get that because I was still really young and dumb. Not that everyone that's young is dumb, but I was young and dumb. And so I said, okay, well, I'll give them a shot. And they were $100 shoes. You know, I was buying like the $40 generic, whatever you could find at Walmart. You know, I was buying those like every year because they would only last a year. These shoes that I run, they only last like 6 months. Is about how much I run with. But, so I bought them, and the first 2 weeks, I hated it. I was like, this is awful. My calves hurt, my feet hurt. I'm like, I started thinking like I just wasted $100, like, because I hate running on these things. But after those 2 weeks, yeah, something started to click. Something started to change in my mind. I started seeing the benefit of running without heels, without pads. My feet became stronger. And boy, oh boy, just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time when I started running more because I had less injuries. Now when I'm sore, it's not bone sore. It's all muscle soreness. It's not my knees hurt, my back hurts. It's not bone sore. It's just muscles. And so, crazy thing was, oh man, my last marathon attempt, when I hit 21 miles, I always thought, like, man, in the next 4 days or 5 days, I'm barely going to be able to walk. You know, I'm going to be really much in pain. But that was me thinking about my first marathon. First marathon I did, oh yeah, I could barely walk for the next week. I have stairs in my home, so getting up the stairs was the hardest thing. So what happened was, I kept that in my mind, like, oh, if I run this marathon, I'm going to be useless for a week. But then my second marathon, it was only like 4 days that I was sore. And then this last one, even though I only hit 21 miles, I was only sore for like 2 days. By the third day, I was fine. I was like, oh, I'm fine. And I say that's 100% on the body's ability to heal. And it was something that I was healing from being stronger. And so the only way you're able to heal that quickly from a marathon is if you're not hurting your knees, bones, and joints. So yeah, proper posture and positioning and proper anatomical alignment while you're running is the best you can do for your body, even if that means slowing down. And so my HUD just stopped because I backgrounded the app. That's one of the bugs I gotta fix. Let me get some hydration. Nice. Got one Tempest done. Okay, we're on our way. We're making it. So 2 out of 33 done. Yeah, let's go. Classified here. So that's one thing I could say is, if you're trying to run long distances, you first got to start sake. Awesome. You first have to start with proper positioning, because you can muscle your way through a 5K, even a 10K, what I'm doing today. Like, you can muscle your way through it. What is going on? There we go. But what happens is, you'll eventually... Why is that not syncing? Oh, I see what's happening. I have 2 HUDs going. Hold on. Got one. Yeah, I see what's happening. It's like jumping. It's like bouncing from one to the next. Alright. We'll fix that. Yeah, it's kind of odd. It's showing 0.75 and then my current goal progression. But yeah, if you're looking at running long distances, you have to first start with proper alignment, even if it means slowing down, even if it means taking a little bit of slower approach, because alignment is going to be the best thing for you than speed. I realized my first marathon, I was trying to run it really fast in the beginning. I was like, I gotta get through these miles fast. And so I was running like 9-minute miles, and that burned me out by like the 10th mile. Ooh, I was like, okay, let's start jogging now. So I jogged for like 5 miles, and then pick it back up a little bit, and then jog a couple more. But yeah, the last 3 miles, I was basically walking on my first marathon because I had ran out of steam. But yeah, I didn't give up. So now, I'm less concerned of the pain from a marathon, less concerned of my muscle injury, and I'm more now concerned with my hydration, my electrolytes, and my energy reserves. Like, that's it. The pain, like, I don't get winded. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of winded with my broken rib, but my pain from simply muscles, no, I don't have that anymore. You train your body long enough to run, your muscles regrow stronger, and that's how the marathon runners do. That's how they do it. Alright, this will be easier with domination, but I'm failing bad. I'm failing really bad here. My last place yet? Not yet. We'll work on last place. So let's focus on proper alignment, proper hydration. For me, it's gonna be getting nutrition. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be going into ketosis probably 2 weeks before, so I can get used to not eating carbohydrates, so I can load up on the fat and protein and fiber. Tons of vegetables, tons of salt. Yeah, I'm a vegetarian, but I went back to eating eggs, and I have to go back to eating fish, primarily tuna fish, to give me that extra benefit. Because, yeah, vegetarians, we don't get a lot of protein through normal vegetables. And the fat we have to add is added fat, of course, because we don't eat animal fat. And so I'll have to look out for that when I go for my keto journey, which is always fun. The first 3 days are the hardest thing. You quit carbs, it's crazy. You definitely will suffer the wrath of a sugar withdrawal. And it's not like I eat sugar all the time. In fact, I don't eat desserts, I don't eat sweets. Like maybe once a week I'll have something sweet after dinner, but majority of the time I eat dinner and I'm done. The other thing that is quite challenging is I only eat once a day, and that's crazy for most people. Heck, it's crazy for me to say it out loud. I only eat dinner because I found that my dinner is just really all that someone needs for my level of energy exertion. If I was working construction again, yeah, I would want more than one meal a day. Because yeah, your whole day is a workout if you're working construction. But for me, I'm a software developer. I can either choose to stand or sit at my desk all day. I'm not burning a lot of calories with my job. I call it brain calories because I burn a lot of brain. I use my brain a lot. Alright, we got a guy here spawned. Oh man, there's somebody here. Darn it. Woo. So I burn a lot of brain calories at work, but you know, not actually real energy burn calories from physical exertion. but so I can get away with it. So can my wife. My wife does 1 meal a day with me. Now she's a nurse practitioner. She goes and she stands on her feet all day, but she realizes that a lot of times she doesn't have time for eating a meal or taking a break. And what we actually found was that eating slows us down. Because what are we doing when we eat? Every time we eat a meal, I'm talking like a meal, not like just a quick snack, but a meal, it takes digestion. And digestion costs blood. So let's talk about blood for a second. Oxygenated blood is what the brain needs. It needs fat, it needs salt, and it needs oxygenated blood. So with every meal, we have to pull that oxygenated blood into the gut to digest. And that's just common biology, basic digestion. Our body needs blood in our gut to absorb the nutrients and minerals and carry them through our bloodstream. Part of the digestion process. If we're eating, we cannot be thinking. We cannot be using our brain. And in fact, this is why everybody who eats lunch around noon, 30, suffers a crash around 2:30. And where I work in technology, I mean really any office job, people are like, oh man, I had a big lunch and it was good, and then 2 hours later, they're falling asleep at their desk. And I recognize that. I was having that problem for years. I'm like, what is it? Well, I'm not eating the right food, you know, I'm eating too much of this or not enough of that. It really has little to do with what we eat, and it's really just the timing. So what happens is we have all this, every time we fast, which is in between meals, and while we sleep, all of the oxygenated blood goes back up to the corpus callosum, into the place of the skull, in Golgotha, and it feeds our mind. I dare say it feeds our mind of all the things that we've collected throughout the day. So there's just a theory I have with we are what we eat, because at the end of the day, it's feeding our minds exactly that. I got lucky with that kill. It's feeding our minds with what we eat, and it's changing our minds with what we eat. So that saying, you know, we are what we eat, is 100% true. 100% true. And so it takes that oxygenated blood and it goes to the gut to help digestion, and that takes time. It doesn't just happen in like 5-10 minutes. It takes hours. So every time we eat, it costs us, what I'm saying, brain energy, brain power, just to digest our food. And especially does that with sugar and carbohydrates in general. It takes a lot of time and blood and energy to digest carbohydrates. Not simple ones like sugar, but like complex carbohydrates, which is why people thought, oh, sustained energy comes from, you know, eating complex carbohydrates. And I dare say, no, it's ketones, but we've already talked about that. What happens though is, with each and every meal, we might just be robbing ourselves of energy. And so people in my field, they say, what, you don't eat breakfast, you don't eat lunch? How do you have energy throughout the day? Are you just tired all the time? And I argue this. When you eat lunch, when you eat breakfast, do you feel a lot of energy afterwards? You don't. You feel a sensation. You feel, oh my gosh, this sugar rush or this insulin rush. That's what they feel. That's what they think is energy, but it's not. It's not energy. It's the sense of your mind being intangibly satiated for just a few minutes. That's all. Like really, that's it. And so what happens is that sensation easily disappears because it's not long lasting. What's long-lasting is ketosis, is pulling energy from your fat reserves instead of your last meal, like we do with a glycogen, glucose, I would say secondary, non-preferred way of burning energy. Cool, we got one bloodthirsty in that round. Heck yeah. And so yeah, I argue anybody that says food gives you energy, no. Food replaces your energy reserves, as it should. There's a saying, it's actually a scientific term called metabolic flexibility. Let's talk about that. Metabolic flexibility means exactly what I'm talking about. It means you pull from the energy reserves instead of your last meal for energy. Because yeah, you go to lunch, you have a burger, fries, drink, or you have a sandwich, salad, whatever. Doesn't matter what I'm saying. Doesn't really matter. You eat something, a large enough meal, and your body takes time and energy and blood to digest. And it drains your mind of that energy. So it gives you brain fog, it gives you mental fatigue. Let's go standoff. We played Slum twice today, which is fun. Phil confirms fun. So the idea is to become metabolically flexible, which means your metabolism is using energy reserves instead of the last meal for energy. And that's the preferred way. That really is the preferred way of burning calories, burning your fuel for energy. Yeah, I don't know why my HUD the goal is going back and forth, but that's bothering me. We'll fix that. I always find these little bugs, but yeah, my goal is to ship this app to the App Store this month and have it out there for everyone to download. So yeah, the other thing is it takes time to get there, because I kind of think of the ability of pulling energy from your fat reserves is all about an ancient practice. It's an ancient thing that our bodies have forgotten, because sugar's everywhere, carbohydrates are in everything. I mean, they put sugar in milk, for crying out loud. And I don't eat dairy so much, I eat cheese occasionally. But the problem with that is your mind instantly recognizes it and now craves it. And that, in my mind, is kind of like an addiction. To break free from that, you have to fast. All right, let's talk about the other key to eternal health, and that's autophagy. So we talked ketones, we talked ketosis. Let's talk autophagy. Let's talk about the body's natural ability to to replenish its cells in its recycling phases. You think, recycling? What? Recycling? Like, no, we have waste. We wake up in the morning, we have waste, blow our nose, use the restroom, and that's how the body rids waste. When we sweat, we're sweating some toxins, impurities from the body. But recycling, wait, can we actually do that? It's an ancient technique. And here's how you know it's meant for us, is because the body already does it when we sleep. When we sleep, we are doing two things: repairing our muscles and recycling our cells. Autophagy is the process of recycling our cells. Autophagy says, hey, we're not digesting food, we're not expending energy, we're just breathing, the mind is at rest, so we can go through the body and start repairing the muscles and recycling some cells for reuse. And doesn't that sound really efficient? The body is the greatest physician, mechanic, engine, machine that we'll ever know. AI is pretty cool. There's a lot of cool engines out there. The body is a perfect vessel. Autophagy allows us to not need to create as much, even though the body, through food, builds more red blood cells that helps our body repair, and this and that. Autophagy allows us to, hey, get an advantage, even though we're eating the same and we're working out the same. Autophagy says we have now extra cells to do what we want with. And what does that give us? Boy, oh boy, more energy, more footwork, more passion, more energy. You know that saying. That song is so great. We're talking exactly about that. It's the body's natural way of reprocessing and repurposing cells that would otherwise be thrown away in our waste. And I dare say, man, why don't we do that more? Because what that will do is give everyone more energy, more passion, more footwork. I crack myself up, but it's true. Ketones is the key. Autophagy is the light, and insulin sensitivity is the way. That's the trinity of perfect health. The trinity of perfect health is ketosis, autophagy, and insulin sensitivity. That's it. Sounds simple, right? It is simple. It starts with, here it is, no sugar, ketosis. Bigger breaks in between meals, autophagy. Insulin sensitivity, here it goes. There's 3 things. Cold showers, yeah, cold showers. Who loves them? Anyone that works out loves a cold shower. Anyone who doesn't like working out, I'm sorry, you're missing out on the power of cold showers. Here's the thing, especially in the Western world, we're so used to having showers be a really hot and relaxing experience. Hot, relaxing experience. Sounds good, is good for certain methods. Like say you have muscle pain and you need to go through periods of either hot and cold treatment, to help out your muscles in the repair. But what happens is, with a hot shower, you are increasing your inflammation. And everyone always talks about, oh, my muscles are inflamed, or my neck's inflamed, or back's inflamed, my ribs inflamed, my joints, I broke my finger the other month, it's still inflamed, like things like that. The problem is, hot showers, heat, build up that inflammation, which causes great pain. So people take pain medications to lower inflammation. All right, so we know that the cold reduces inflammation. That's why you get an injury, you apply an ice pack, a cold ice pack. Boom, pain's gone, inflammation down. Cold showers give you superpowers. It invigorates you. Hot showers relaxes you, but also increases your inflammation. So use them with caution. 2, sugar causes inflammation. Yes, sugars, carbohydrates increase inflammation. So if you're struggling with inflammation, like I know a few people, try instead to simply cut out sugar, cut out carbohydrates, especially what you drink. If you're drinking sugary sodas, that's liquid death, in my opinion. That's liquid inflammation. Not just liquid diabetes, liquid sugar, but yeah, it's liquid inflammation. So I would say, cut out sugar in any way you can to lower your inflammation. Look at this knife guy. Oh, I thought he was gonna run with a knife. Oh, that's me getting got. All right, 4 miles down, 4 miles down. We're working on it, 2 more to go. Okay, so we just talked about 2 keys. 2 keys to becoming more insulin sensitive and lowering your inflammation. Cold showers, no sugar. The last and the hardest is reducing stress. Stress builds up and gets processed into the body as inflammation. Also weight gain, but inflammation. So when you're stressed, here's a good example. You're in traffic, you're cruising along, somebody cuts in front of you unexpectedly, and you have to stop. You want to honk your horn and yell at them. How does your body feel? More importantly, what does your body temperature do? It rises, right? It rises. Your body becomes hot. You may even start to sweat, right? And that's because that stress is an instant buildup, and it builds up into your body, and all of a sudden, boom, instant inflammation. Your body becomes this furnace, and not in a good furnace like my workout, but a furnace of inflammation and pain. So the last and final key I'll give you is stress reduction aids in both insulin sensitivity and lower inflammation. So the three keys again, three keys to eternal health: ketosis, autophagy, insulin sensitivity, are what everyone deserves. And the way to gain those is by fasting, low carbs, no sugar, high fat, high protein, good nutrition, minerals, nutrients, cold showers, low stress, and, oh, here we go, necessary stress. What am I doing here? I'm giving my body stress, but a controlled way, one that I'm prepared to do, and it's low enough that it recognizes it as necessary. Hey, this is necessary. We as humans are not meant to lay around in bed all day. As comfortable as our beds can be, we are not meant to live in our beds. The human body is not meant to lie down. It really isn't. It's meant to walk around like what I'm doing, and run around, and jump around. It's meant to move. The body is meant to move. And so unfortunately, we have a luxury in the Western world of wanting everything to be easier, everything to be nice and comfortable, you know, and in turn, it says that is what makes you really successful, or happiness even. They could say, oh, well, you know, if you're not laying down all the time, or at ease, soldier, all the time, then, you know, you're not comfortable. You gotta get comfortable. Like, it always talks about comfort. Padded shoes, padded heels, bed, nice and padded, and oh, sleep in, right? Sleep in, order takeout, make your life easy. We're not meant to live easy lives. Evolution is meant to improve our minds, our bodies, and our souls. And how do we do that? By getting out of our comfort zone, by stepping into the world and facing the world nice and proud. Nice, double kill with the bow. Awesome, that was pretty cool. All right, so enough health lesson for today. Let's talk about the grind, huh? The grind's pretty tough. We're trying to get this gold Tempest, this gun Tempest, the RK9, which I forgot it was a first shot submachine gun, which is a little tricky. Just gotta get used to it again. Woo! Getting spicy. Nice, dude. We went back and forth. I don't have a lot of ammo on this RK9, so that teaches me to be cautious with my bullets. Nice, guys. We're just lighting them up. Nice. How we doing? Last place, like always. Do a lot of talking. Kind of distracts us for a bit, but it's kind of part of the channel. And we're not the best player, we're just the sweatiest. We're the sweatiest. Aw, man, got. Let's go ninja style. Oh man, double kill. Gotta get these 5 kills, man. We gotta get these 5 kills. Gotta get them. We'll get them soon enough. Soon enough. Nah, that's ours, right? That's ours. Oh, no, the guy's right there, piping us. Mr. Ant is his name. That's funny. Oh man, come on. There we go. Some more ammo. Guys up there somewhere. Alright, we got a guy right here. Hang back a little bit. Hang back a little bit. See if we can get some more 5 kills. There we go, one more. One more should do it. Ah, he got me. Good job, bro. Good job, he got me good. Alright, let's try more score streak kills. Gotta get that calling card. It's one of the last, actually, I think. There we go. Darn it, died already. Man, they're all over here by B, guys. They're all over here by B. I'm getting B'd. How we doing? We're almost halfway. Oh, we're most way. My HUD's wigging out. My computer restarted last night, but it needs an update too, and so I think I should do that after. Oh, it's a decoy. Good old decoy's always getting me. Alright. Let's try it. Oh gosh, he knew I was there. He's like, I'm coming for him. He's right there. Darn it, turn my back on him and they respawn behind me. It's the way it goes, right? It's the way it goes. Alright, let's get up here. Let's get up here. Woo! Ghosted me. Look at that. Awesome. Nice. Alright, let's get another UAV. Let's see what we got here. Darn it, we're not last place. We gotta try harder. We gotta really try for that last place. Gotta try for that last place. One more. There we go. kind of a cheat way of doing it, but like I said, we're trying anything at this point to get these kills, man. Wait, was that it? No, I got one more. Yeah, one more with this RK9 burst action. Let's see if we can get it by the end of this 10K we're doing right now. That'd be nice. It would be nice. That's what I want. That's what I want. It is getting sweaty in here. It's already 82 degrees. Woo! Gotta crack a door real quick. There's some water too, alright. Getting sweaty. Alright, let's get it, ninjas. Let's get cracking. Oh man, this is a tight lobby. Let's see if we can get more score streak kills. There we go, got one. Got two. Got three. Got four. Alright, we're doing well. We're doing really well. Cool. Okay. How we doing? Coast clear. Coast is clear. Woo! Check out that flip, yo. Nice air. Sick. Alright, we're about to hit 5 miles, which means 1 more mile and we're done. 1 more mile and we're done. Ah, good job, bro. Good job, bro. The replacer replaced me. Alright, 5 miles down. 5 miles coming up here on our sixer. Coming up. Sweet victory. Alright, I love it. Hey, one more bloodthirsty with this RK9 and we're done, and that would make 3 submachine guns Tempest. Whew. It's gonna be a nice grind. On Saturday, our next run, half marathon. Hope you guys are with me. If anything, I hope you guys are just working out. And if I could leave with one thing, it was that Trinity we talked about. The Trinity to overall health. And that is ketosis, autophagy, insulin sensitivity. You have those, you have health. You have optimal health, let's say that. You can still be healthy, eating carbs. You can still be healthy, having insulin resistance. You can still be healthy, taking warm showers. And you can still be healthy, not autophagy. But if you want to be optimal, if you want to wake up every day with mental clarity, if you want to be able to work out longer than half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, yeah, you start approaching warrior mindset, ninja discipline. There's a few out there. Sensei Tenacity, another shout out, another guy that's proving that you can work out and game at the same time. So, props to him. Gosh, what is that game? I gotta look it up. Bugs me. It was like... Elden Ring. Elden Ring. I feel so silly. Never played it. Heard about it. Everyone's heard about Elden Ring. So this guy runs on one of those, I'll call it manual 360 treadmills, hitting a bob bag, which is like an anatomical torso, even to the lower regions, with a, what I'm calling it, a Kali stick or an Eskrima stick, going through the game, acting as his sword, just ripping up the game. I watched his stream yesterday. amazed. I'm like, this guy's doing it. And I knew it was just a matter of time before I found other ninjas. So Sensei Tenacity is another ninja preaching the fitness gamer world, preaching to it, building up a clan of ninjas, so to speak. So I realized, I'm like, I'm not the only guy that can do this type of stuff. I know there's other guys out there, and girls, I'm sure of it. So, yeah, shout out to him for building up a community of fitness gaming influence, teaching the next generation how to be ninjas. That's what we're after. How to be ninjas, you gotta work out and game at the same time. I'm not saying you gotta run marathons like me, but you gotta work out and game at the same time. Triple, oh my god, dude. Woo! Triple kill right off the bat. We are running and gunning. No! They got me. They got me. Alright, we have 1 mile. Less than 1 mile to get this bloodthirsty, guys. Let's get it. Valkyries on our side, that means I'm the replacer. Come on, Valkyries, you're like the Viking ninjas, in my opinion. Female ninjas, which we have in Japan. Get got. Get got. That's what we're about. Getting people into a game so that I can help get them got. But yeah, everyone's doing a wonderful job on my team. We're trying our best. Nope. Trying our best. Where is he? Oh, he's got a decoy on us. Decoy. Alright, 1 more kill. Let's hang back. Let's do what it takes. Do what it takes, guys. Oh, they got my UAV shut down. Oh, let's switch it up. Switch it up. Switch it up. Switch it up. Keep it tight. Oh, look at that guy. He was waiting for me. Bro. Okay. Okay. We'll get it. This will be our last match, I think. Because it's domination. It'll take us a minute. But yeah. Whew, what a good run this has been. A good 10K. Again, we're going for a full half. A full half. A full half. A half. Marathon tomorrow. Sorry, Saturday. What day is it? Thursday. Saturday. And so we'll be on for 2 hours and probably 2 hours and 15 minutes, I'd say. Just the way it goes. Time and time again, we'll get it. But yeah, 2.5 hours. Let's call it 2.5 hour run on Saturday. Just to get some more guns. Tempest. We still got, after this one, 30 more guns. Whew! Sounds like a lot. It is a lot. But it's also what I'm calling funner objectives. The headshots are hard grind. Some of the mastery challenges like, oh yeah, kill them while your score streak's active or distracted by your tactical or whatever. Those are hard. This is just playing smart to get 5 kills without dying 3 times with each weapon. And it can happen. It'll happen. Where are they? Am I in their spawn or what? Did we spawn flip? I think we spawn flipped. Yeah, no, we didn't. Dang it. That's okay. We keep going. We keep running. He put me in a body bag. That's so Karate Kid. I love the Karate Kid, man. When that movie came out, when I saw it first time when I was a kid, I'm like, yeah, I want to be a Karate Kid. So that and the Ninja Turtles got me into martial arts, for sure. Woo! Getting turned on, bruh. Getting turned on. I think that Sensei Tenacity is also a black belt. I have to ask him, because he looks like a black belt to me. He has good movement, and so at least he might be a black belt in karate, which I dabbled in for about a year and a half before I switched over to judo and taekwondo. And so, oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So yeah, I think he's a black belt. If not, he's a black belt in my book, because what he's doing, that's black belt energy. So he's a ninja in my book. Check out his channel, Sensei_Tenacity. That guy is legit, no joke. He's got not just a fan base, he has a warrior base, army base of ninjas. And so, hey, the word's already getting out there. The word's already out there. Get a workout in while you're gaming. It can happen. That guy's running with the sword. Good for him. Good for him. Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. Whew. Alright. He's right here. Revenge. Got him. Nice doggy. Can I pet it? Can I pet your dog? Can I please pet that dog? Wow, that core ate me up. Nuked me up. Why did I pick up another gun? I wanted to destroy their assault pack. Alright, let's see. Anyone getting tight in here? Yep, somebody's getting tight in there. Oh, there's the dog. There's another guy. He sees me, so let's do the... Oh, boy. Another guy. Clever girl. That's what we call those side swipers. Good job, bros. Alright, let's get it. There we go. Oh, that core again. That core is gonna eat me up. Woo! Oh, it's our core. I got so scared. I thought, no. Where are you, bro? 1, 2 more. 1 more. There we go. This is our guy. Right here. There it is, guys. That's it. RK9 is done. We are done. We got Tempest on the RK9. Woo! We got him, boys. Okay, next gun. We just keep going through. Next gun. The Raiden. Can I call it Raiden? Dude, if you haven't checked out Mortal Kombat 2, go check it out. It's worth going to the theaters. It's the experience that matters, because that movie is the summer blockbuster of the year for sure. It's gonna outperform Street Fighter. That looks really good too. But I'm telling you, Mortal Kombat 2, I didn't think they could get better than Mortal Kombat 1. Whew, they did. They killed it. So go check it out. And like I said, if you haven't checked out Sensei Tenacity, go check him out. I'll link his channel. That guy, he spreads the word of fitness gaming. What we're all about here at the Moto Dojo. We are almost there with our workout. We're gonna have to keep running. I thought we were done. We're not done, bro. We're not done. We got like 0.2 miles to go. Let's pick up the pace. I thought that was gonna be our last map. But what we'll do, we'll just go through our weapons real quick. Let's look at our challenges, calling cards, career, and it's, which one? This one, right? Yeah, this one. If I get this last calling card, oh man, 4 more of those crossbow kills, and we're there, dialed in, and we'll have grizzled veteran master. And that will end for us the grizzled veteran challenge. And then we just got the elite operator. Once we have those done, we are done with career. Then we have hardened. Hardened, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, pick up the weapon. That's right, pick up the weapon. So backfires, they call them. Echo, okay. So we gotta run with the Echo tactical deployment. And then the Semtex. Easy peasy. And then we'll be done with the humiliation. Going ham is the one that's going to be a little bit harder, because that's backfire kills, but I'm not too worried about that. We're already done with all the killer. We got all those challenges done, especially the merciless and the ruthless, which was 15 kills, so we're done with that. And then that'll be done with hardened. The last we work on is prestige. Prestige has some of the more challenging ones. Yes, that means we have to pick up the shotguns. We haven't ran with shotguns at all, which is kind of to our advantage, grinding towards Singularity. But we're gonna have to get these point blank kills with shotguns. So maybe we'll go back to hardcore while we're grinding our pistols and launchers, Tempest. But yeah, that's the one we need. Once we have that, boom, done. We have all of the prestige done. So yeah, oh sorry, I'm not even close. Big plays, what do we got here? 10,000 scores, which means I'm gonna have to start playing, you know, using my score streaks, using my tactical deployments, and then, yeah, again, backfire kills, killing people with their weapons. Can't hide. Wow, these are tough. See, the thing is, I already have luck or skill, which was probably the hardest of all these. I just need to run with point turrets, Semtex, grenades, hunter bots, and I'm getting sight grenade kills, which is good. Wow, some of these others are going to take some time. We won't worry about that right now, but we're on our way to 100%er on multiplayer. The other thing I wanted to show before we go is my medal collection, especially for gear, which is our lovely, lovely Hail Marys. I love them. We earned all of those. We are done with our run. We are done, everybody. Awesome. Hey, great progress today on our Tempest grind. We got 2 guns Tempest today, which is awesome. 30 more to go. We're having fun, so it's going to be a good, long half marathon on Saturday. I hope you guys are with me. It's going to be a blast. Like I had said many times, check out Sensei Tenacity. He's the ninja to be watching on VR streams, so check him out there. Support his channel. But yeah, it's been wonderful. If you could take away, again, the 3 things from today's discussion: autophagy, ketosis, insulin sensitivity. That's the holy trinity of optimal health. It's a privilege and honor for me here running and gunning on the channel, the Moto Dojo. It's Kevin the Ninja, victorious. Let's go get Thursday, everybody. We earned it. Have a great one, everybody.